Gordon Ramsay isn't just a world-class chef. He is a speed addict. Before dominating the kitchen, he was chasing a football career with Glasgow Rangers, but a knee injury sent him down a different path. Now, whether he's perfecting dishes or tearing up the track, performance is everything. With homes both in the UK and US, his garage is just as legendary as his restaurants. And as he once said, his kitchen runs like a Ferrari tuned to perfection, which makes sense when you see the kind of machines he drives. Let's dive into Gordon Ramsay's insane car collection. When you think of Gordon Ramsay's car collection, you probably imagine a lineup of exotic supercars, but he's got some surprises in his garage. One of the most unique, a Land Rover Defender 110 SVX JB24. And this isn't just any Defender, it is straight out of a James Bond movie. This beast was built for Spectre, with Land Rover modifying only 10 of them specifically for the film. After all that insane stunt work, only 7 survived, and Ramsay managed to snag one at auction for over $330,000. And get this, it's still got those battle scars from the movie. But it's not just for show. This Defender is a true off-road monster. It's got rally spec suspension, reinforced roll cages, massive 37-inch all-terrain tires, and upgraded Bilstein dampers. With 185 bhp and 368 pound-feet of torque, it is built for rough terrain, not racetracks. Basically, it's a Bond villain's getaway car, and now it belongs to one of the world's most famous chefs. But as cool as the Bond-ready Defender is, Ramsay's garage wouldn't be complete without some serious Ferrari firepower, and he's got one of the wildest ones ever made, the Ferrari Monza SP2. This thing looks like it was pulled straight from a concept sketch with its no windshield design. Yeah, Ferrari literally warns owners to wear helmets at high speeds. And with some good reason. Under the hood, it's packing a 6.5-liter naturally aspirated V12, cranking out a monstrous 809 horsepower. That means 0 to 62 miles an hour in just 2.9 seconds, with a top speed north of 186. Ramsay's Monza SP2 is finished in sleek all black with a bold red stripe, matching red leather seats and gunmetal wheels. Basically, it looks as aggressive as it drives. It's also Ferrari's first Barchetta-style car built for street use, meaning it's got all the drama of a classic open-top race car, but with modern supercar performance. And if the Monza SP2 wasn't exclusive enough, Ramsay also owns something even more rare, the Ferrari LaFerrari Aperta. Now, this isn't just any Ferrari, it is a $3 million hybrid hypercar, one of only 210 ever made, and you couldn't just buy one, you had to be invited by Ferrari. Naturally, Ramsay made the cut. Under the hood, it's got a 6.3-liter V12 paired with dual electric motors, producing a mind-blowing 950 horsepower. That means a top speed of over 218 miles an hour, making it one of the fastest Ferraris ever built. And of course, Ramsay's personal touch is there. His Aperta wears a license plate reading F150 GR, a nod to Ferrari's initial codename for the car. But for all the high-speed tech machines in his collection, Ramsay has a soft spot for something more old school, the Ferrari 550 Maranello. This car is extra special because it was a gift from his wife, Tanya, after he earned his 3rd Michelin star in 2000. Finished in Tour de France Blue, it's a proper Grand Tourer with a 5.5-liter naturally aspirated V12, and most importantly, a manual gearbox. Ramsay himself has called it one of the best Ferraris he's ever driven, which says a lot coming from a guy with a garage absolutely packed with them. But Ramsay's Ferrari obsession does not stop at just limited edition hypercars and sentimental classics. He's got some seriously fast, modern supercars that show just how much he appreciates cutting-edge performance. And one of the most significant in his collection is the Ferrari 488 GTB. This wasn't just any Ferrari for him, it was the car that replaced his beloved 2005 Ferrari F430 GTB. That alone tells you how much he valued this upgrade. The 3.9-liter twin-turbo V8 under the hood churns out a wild 661 horsepower, launching it from 0 to 60 miles an hour in just 3 seconds. And if you keep your foot down, it'll keep pulling all the way to 208 miles an hour. The 488 was a big shift for Ferrari, moving from the old naturally aspirated engines to turbocharging, but it didn't lose any of that signature Ferrari magic. In fact, Ramsay himself praised the 488's balance of performance and usability, making it the kind of car you'd could drive hard on a track and still take for a comfortable cruise through London. But if the 488 GTB is Ferrari's perfect all-arounder, Ramsay's Ferrari F12 TDF is an entirely different animal. This is not a car designed for everyday driving. It is a raw, track-focused beast with a monstrous 6.3-liter naturally aspirated V12, producing 770 horsepower. That means 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in just 2.9 seconds, with a top speed north of 211 miles an hour. And it's not just about straight-line speed. The F12 TDF is designed to be a brutally intense driving experience, with sharper steering, an aggressive aerodynamics package, and a rear-wheel steering system that makes it feel razor-sharp on the track. Ramsay's personal F12 TDF is finished in white, with a black and gray stripe running down the center, black wheels and gray calipers giving it that sleek but menacing look. So the TDF in its name stands for Tour de France, not the cycling race, but Ferrari's legendary endurance racing series from the 1950s and 60s. The car was built to honor that heritage, and it does so in the most extreme way possible. Ferrari only made 799 of these, and they sold out in less than a month, so having one in your collection is a big deal. While Ferraris might dominate Ramsay's garage, he's not one to shy away from pushing the limits of automotive technology, and that is exactly what led him to the Porsche 918 Spyder. Now, this wasn't just another supercar, it was Ramsay's first ever hypercar, marking a serious step up in his collection. And what a way to do it. The 918 Spyder is a hybrid supercar, but not the kind that's built to save fuel. This thing is all about raw, electrified performance. Under the hood, it packs a 4.6-liter naturally aspirated V8, already good for 599 horsepower. But oh boy, Porsche did not stop there. They added 2 electric motors, one on each axle, delivering an extra 282 horsepower, bringing that total up to a ridiculous 881. That means it revs all the way to 8,700 RPM and launches like a bullet. 0 to 60 miles an hour happens in just 2.2 seconds, and it rips through the quarter mile in 9.8 seconds. And it's not just straight line speed that makes the 918 special. This thing was built to dominate racetracks, and it proved that by setting a Nürburgring lap record under 7 minutes, a feat that was unheard of for a road-legal car at that time. With 918 units of the 918 produced, nice, it was also an ultra-limited model, but Ramsay got his hands on one, cementing his place among hypercar royalty. For a guy who loves high-revving, naturally aspirated engines, you'd think a hybrid wouldn't be his style. But the 918 isn't just any hybrid. It is a technological masterpiece that blends old-school excitement with cutting-edge innovation. And for Ramsay, it was the perfect way to break into the world of hypercars. So while Ramsay's garage is indeed packed with Ferraris and hypercars, he's also got a deep appreciation for British engineering. And nothing says British performance like Aston Martin. His collection includes some of the most iconic models from the brand. But the true crown jewel is his Aston Martin Valour. This isn't just any Aston, it's one of only 10 ever made, making it an ultra-exclusive modern classic. And unlike most modern supercars that are going all in on automatic gearboxes, the Valour is a proper driver's car, featuring a manual transmission. That is right, 705 horsepower, 555 pound-feet of torque, and a stick shift to control it all. It's powered by a 5.2-liter twin-turbo V12, launching it from 0 to 60 miles an hour in just 3.4 seconds and pushing it close to 200 miles an hour. With a value of around $2 million, it is a car built for those who want the raw, analog driving experience that is becoming increasingly rare in today's high-performance world. But Ramsay's love for Aston Martin goes far beyond just the Valour. He also owns a DB7 V12 Vantage, one of the most beautiful and significant cars in Aston's history. This was the model that truly brought Aston Martin into the modern era, pairing timeless design with a naturally aspirated V12. Then there's the DBS Superleggera, a brutally powerful Grand Tourer that combines Aston Martin's signature elegance with 715 horsepower and effortless long-distance capability. While Gordon Ramsay's garage is overflowing with Ferraris and Astons, he's also got a serious need for next-level speed. And that's where his McLaren collection comes in. These aren't just any McLarens though. Ramsay owns 2 of the most hardcore, track-focused beasts the British automaker has ever built: the McLaren 675 LT and the McLaren Senna. So let's start off with the 675 LT, a car that Ramsay himself called, quote, the fastest roller coaster you've ever been on, and he's not exaggerating. The 675 LT is an absolute lightweight monster, taking the already fast McLaren 650S, stripping it down, cranking up the aerodynamics, and giving it a twin-turbo V8, pushing out 666 horsepower. That is right, 666. It is a devilishly quick machine that's all about sharp handling, brutal acceleration, and an unfiltered driving experience. But if the 675 LT is a thrill ride, the McLaren Senna is something else entirely. It's basically a street-legal race car. Limited to just 500 units worldwide, this car was built for pure track performance. It's powered by a 789 horsepower twin-turbo V8, but what really sets it apart is its insane aerodynamics. The Senna generates a staggering 800 kilograms of downforce, meaning it sticks to the road like a Formula One car, which makes sense. It's named after legendary F1 driver Ayrton Senna. With a $1.2 million price tag, the McLaren Senna isn't just about speed. It is a statement. It's about precision engineering and pushing the limits of physics. All things Ramsay appreciates, not just in cars, but in his own craft. When it comes to raw, unfiltered driving, McLaren gives Ramsay exactly what he's looking for: blistering speed, razor-sharp handling, and the ultimate adrenaline rush. If you thought Gordon Ramsay's McLarens and Ferraris were hardcore, wait until you see his BAC Mono, because this thing makes even the most extreme supercars look tame. Unlike everything else in Ramsay's garage, the BAC Mono isn't just a track-focused car. It's basically a street-legal formula car. It has no roof, no windshield, and only one seat. That's right, no room for passengers, because this car isn't about luxury or daily driving. It's about pure, unfiltered speed. Weighing in at just 540 kilograms, the BAC Mono is insanely light. It's powered by a 2.3-liter four-cylinder engine producing 332 bhp, which might not sound like much compared to his V12 Ferraris, but because of its ultra-lightweight design, it can rocket from 0 to 60 miles an hour in just 2.7 seconds. That is hypercar levels of acceleration in a bare-bones race car. Top speed, 170 miles an hour. And of course, Ramsay isn't keeping this beast locked up in his garage. He actually takes it out to the track at Brands Hatch, where it truly belongs. With its open cockpit and no distractions, the BAC Mono delivers one of the most insane and intense driving experiences possible, and it fits right into Ramsay's collection of high-performance, no-compromise machines. Let me know what you think in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell for more insane celebrity car collections, and I'll see you next time, gearheads.